In this video, I'm giving you my non-negotiable daily football routine, which means I basically will at bare minimum do this routine every single day. I'm going to show you exactly what I do and also go over why I do these things. That's coming up next. Sometimes you are just busy doing very important work, and you don't have time to watch matches or keep up with news stories from the world of football. Luckily, OneFootball has you covered. It allows you to keep up with fixtures, results, news stories, and more within seconds, no matter where you are. All right, can't wait for this week's Premier League matches. Now, if only I could get out of this jungle. Download OneFootball for free today. I talk very often about consistency on this channel and the importance of it. This is why I like to focus on some of the key fundamentals at least a little bit every single day when I train. Now, before we get into the actual routine, make sure you hit that subscribe button and bell icon for more football videos. We release them every single week. First, we are going to get warmed up by doing some juggling. Now, you can do just regular juggling in place, but I like to mix it up a bit and make it a little bit harder, so I will usually move around and try and do different things while I am juggling, alternating both of my feet. I typically will just go for 100 consecutive juggles doing this, but you can come up with a number which works for you. Next, I'll do anywhere from 25 to 50 juggles on each side separately, so with the right and then with the left. This I will usually do just in place, hopping on one foot as I do it. You can also do it with your foot planted. I hit the ball fairly close to my toes when doing this. Okay, so we're going to go on to the first drill now, and you are going to keep it very simple by starting with two-touch passing against a wall with the inside of your foot. Make sure when you're controlling the ball that you get it to the point where your second touch can be a pass. You don't want to take more than 2 touches here. Don't count any of the bad repetitions you do. Now, I will typically do at least 10 good reps each side, but some days I will go even longer depending on what I'm going for. Also, do this faster and faster the better you get. This applies to any and all of the drills we're going over today. Of course, we are now going to do the same thing, but now with the outside of your foot. So you're going to control the ball with the outside of your foot and then pass it with the inside of the same foot after it comes off the wall. The same rules are going to apply here. Only count good repetitions. Set up your first touch so you can pass with the second touch and challenge yourself as you move forward. Next drill is going to be inside turns. So for this one, you are going to play it against the wall and then take your first touch with the inside of your foot so that you can spin and go in the opposite direction. Take this very slow at first if you need to. You want your touch to be a little bit away from your body so that you can spin quickly, but not so far away that it's out of control. You're then going to repeat this on your left side for the same amount of repetitions. Like always, only count the good reps, and if you don't feel like one rep was good enough, just don't count it and do another one. Now we are going to do the same thing but with the outside of our foot. This is a turn that has been mastered by many players like Hazard, who uses it to beat players on the turn at the highest level. So it's going to work for you in your matches too, if you can master it. And like I just said, this can become an amazing weapon for you once you get it. Again, do at least 10 good repetitions each side and challenge yourself more and more. So sticking with turns, we are now going to do some spin turns with the inside of our feet. This is personally my favorite type of turn to do in matches, and this allows you to bring the ball with you and keep it close to your body at the same time. This turn in particular helped me in many situations in matches, and I believe it's a must learn for any player. Again, do 10 good repetitions each side. Try and spin faster and more in control each time you do it. The footage with the left foot was actually deleted for some reason, but make sure you're also doing this on your left side. Okay guys, so that is the bare minimum I do. However, on most days I will usually add some other things into the mix depending on what I want to work on. So let's quickly go over some of the things you can add to this to make the training session longer or so it covers more areas. So here I want to go over a few different passing drills you can do that are a bit faster, a little more intense, and I find a little more game-like. And if I have a setup like I do here with 2 walls, I would typically do these drills if it's available for me, and you can as well, but if you have 2 friends who are training with you or more, you can also do this drill. So I'm going to pretty much do all the same passing and turning drills we went over before in this video, but more quickly and game-like. Try and develop a rhythm when doing each of these to make it game-like. So here is me doing a few where I receive it with the inside of my foot and pass it with the same foot. I'll let this play out for a bit. Here is something similar, but I take the touch across my body and then pass with the opposite foot. Here I am using the outside of my feet and then passing it with the inside. Here are the inside spins, which I think is the hardest of the bunch out of all of these drills. And here's one where you're going to take Cruyff or Lallana turns every single time you receive the ball. Again, this is extra, and I also consider these harder than the drills we went over first, but when I have the walls to do it or I have people I'm training with, I definitely prefer these drills. It's more intense, it's quicker, and I find it to be more game-like and to help this area more. So there are some other things I may work on, depending again on what I'm focusing on in this routine, and most of it will be either ball control out of the air, dribbling skill moves, or ball mastery. So here's an example of one of the ball control drills I may do if I'm working on this area. Now, if you want to see all of the drills that I may go through if I decide to work more on ball control during this routine, check out the video I'll have come across the screen now in the top right, or I'll link it down in the description to give you some great drills to work on this area. Next is dribbling or skill moves. I may do some simple cone weaving drills, dribbling drills, or work on some skills. Nothing too intense, just whatever I think I need to brush up on in this area. And one of the final things I may work on at the end is some ball mastery. This is essentially your ability with the ball at your feet and being able to manipulate it in different ways. Now, I've already made a video on 3 ball mastery drills you can start with if you want some ideas or a mini training routine you can do, so I will also link that down below and have a card come across now. And that's basically it. Like I said, if you put in the consistent practice, while also working on many of these important fundamentals, you're going to see great results. And like I mentioned, this isn't usually all I do for training. This is just the bare minimum on most days to make sure I'm getting something in. On a day where I have a lighter day or more of a rest day and I can't do anymore, I'll probably do the bare minimum of this routine, but I will have other sessions typically later in the day if it's a more intense day. All right, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button and check out the other video I put up on screen. If you want to see more like this, let me know and I'll create more videos like this one. Thanks guys again for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.